to be selected number one in the National Hockey League, it's a privilege. And it was a huge honor for our family, the Wickenheiser family. And there's a lot of responsibility of all the pressure of my brother Doug. And, you know, it was just, and for the city of Regina and the province of Saskatchewan, it was a huge honor for our family. And Doug was the right person. He was the best player in the world at that time. Well, I'll tell you, he was a true pro. He didn't say much. He let his actions speak for himself. He was a very intelligent person. He could read a book, watch a movie, and have a conversation at the same time. And I remember him doing that a lot. So I think his best results were when he got traded to St. Louis. That's where he met his future wife, and that's where he ended up getting the Monday night miracle goal. And that's where I think he started to become very comfortable playing in the National Hockey League, because when you have that number one pick overall in the world, it's a huge burden on your back. And finally, after he got away from the Canadian media, especially the Montreal media, there's no disrespect against Montreal Canadiens, but when you're number one pick and he wasn't French Canadian, and that was the toughest part. So finally, being in St. Louis, Doug could become Doug Wickenheiser, the real, true Doug Wickenheiser, player and a person. Yes, I know Doug would really appreciate this. He dedicated his younger career growing up in Regina, going to school in Holy Rosary, and high school in Leboldas, playing, baseball for Leboldas Golden Suns. And, he loved the town. He thought he cherished the city of Regina. It was just a small town with good-hearted people. And he knows Saskatchewan Western people. We wear our heart in our sleeves and we're loyal.
So those years, there was about 2.5 years, where we played hockey together during the winter, and in the summer we played baseball together. We played for the Regina Maroons, and so we traveled around Saskatchewan playing in tournaments and stuff. So we spent a ton of time together. And as a teammate and as a friend, I really just loved Doug. Everything about him was about the team. Obviously a super talented hockey player. He was like a phenom in Regina, came in when he was 16 to play with us and stuff. But just a really good kid, really special talent. And above all, everything with him was about the team, about winning and stuff like that. So truly fond memories of playing with Doug, and really miss him. He was a real good friend. And we spent, like I say, a lot of time together for about 2.5, 3 years.
Well, he'd be very, very excited, very honored. Haley's a true pro also. When you say Haley Wickenheiser and Doug Wickenheiser, those two names are royalty in hockey, in my opinion. And Haley's done a great job, and Doug has done a great job in the city in making the city of Regina known as a hockey and a great community, and not embarrassing the city, making the city of Regina very proud. And that's the same thing Haley has done also. She's made Saskatchewan and women's hockey very proud. And they're both, in my opinion, both true professional people in life and in sport.
The induction of Doug Wickenheiser into the Saskatchewan Hockey Hall of Fame recognizes his outstanding major junior career, NHL tenure, and lasting impact on the sport. His hockey journey began in Regina's minor hockey system, where he developed into a formidable forward. Wickenheiser played 3 seasons with the Regina Pats in the Western Hockey League, showcasing an incredible progression in his offensive game. In the 1978-79 season, the sophomore recorded 32 goals and 94 points. But it was his veteran performance that cemented his legacy. During the 1979-1980 WHL season, Wickenheiser exploded offensively, leading the league with 89 goals and 170 points. His dominant performance earned him the Bob Brownridge Memorial Trophy, now known as the Bob Clarke Trophy, as the WHL's regular season points leader. That season, he captained the Pats to a WHL championship, defeating the Victoria Cougars to claim the President's Cup, now known as the Ed Chenault Cup. Wickenheiser was recognized as the most outstanding player in the Canadian Hockey League that season, receiving the 1980 Player of the Year award. The Regina Pats would later retire number 12 in his honor. The Montreal Canadiens selected Wickenheiser first in the 1980 NHL draft. Wickenheiser played 10 seasons, 1980 to 1990 in the NHL, suiting up for the Montreal Canadiens, St. Louis Blues, Vancouver Canucks, New York Rangers, and Washington Capitals. Across 597 NHL games, he recorded 115 goals and 287 points. He passed away in 1999 following a courageous battle with cancer at age 37. Wickenheiser's impact on hockey extended beyond his playing career. His humanitarian efforts were honored when the WHL renamed its Humanitarian of the Year award the Doug Wickenheiser Memorial Trophy in 2001. The Regina hockey community also recognized his contributions by naming the Doug Wickenheiser Arena in his memory. Inducted in the player category, he cemented his legacy as one of the province's hockey greats, establishing a family connection to the game, later carried on by his fourth cousin, SHHOF inductee Hayley Wickenheiser. His posthumous induction ensures that his contributions to the game will be remembered for generations to come.